So if you guys ever had a PS5, probably about 2 weeks after you got it, you already ran out of space. Now I know there's options like the external hard drives that you guys can use, but really we wanted to use the internal hard drive space. Fast forward to today, PlayStation has announced that we could finally utilize that internal slot. So let's talk about this. So if you're not up to date with things that have been going on within the last week, let me fill you in. If you had an opportunity to opt into the beta program when you first got your PS5, you would have a chance to utilize the internal hard drive slot before anybody else. Now, when beta users can actually utilize that slot, I think it's gonna be coming out this week or next week. But for the rest of the public, it's probably gonna be within the next update where they actually allow you to utilize that slot. And if you guys don't know, the internal slot is not your regular slot that you would have that you can just plug in any type of SSD into. No. This one is only compatible with NVMe SSDs. So these are the really fast ones that you would see on PCs. Actually, I have one for my PC, and that one is actually a Saber and Rocket. The huge advantage with these NVMe SSDs is that they are extremely fast. They have a super fast read and write time in a very small form factor, and they are extremely efficient. Unfortunately, however, you cannot just stick in any NVMe SSD into your PlayStation 5. For a while, it was always locked because PlayStation needed to make sure that whatever NVMe SSD that you did stick in, it had to work with the game developers. Because when game developers create their games, they need to make sure that the hard drive that is being used can actually deliver the amount of assets and the amount of textures in a timely fashion, so you're not just stuttering around and waiting for a lot of load times. So that has always been a huge problem. I mean, that's why when you first were able to buy a PS5, you were not able to utilize the internal hard drive. Now, what does this mean? Well, that means that there is actually only two options available that have been announced by PlayStation. The first one being is the Western Digital Black Edition, and the second one is the Seagate FireCuda 530. Now, if you guys can see the prices that are currently on the screen, you can see that these are very expensive hard drives. Like I said before, these are the top of the line NVMe SSDs that are currently on the market, and thus these are going to be a lot of money to get. And in some cases, I mean, they're costing more than the PlayStation 5 itself. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Fortunately though, this is only the beginning. There is definitely going to be more SSD manufacturers that do come to the market that are going to be compatible with the PS5. We just have to wait and see. I remember I had a Seagate FireCuda for my PS4. It was like 8 gigabytes of SSD and then like 2 terabytes of HDD. So it was great at the time because the stock internal hard drive that was with the PS4 was super slow. So getting that was a huge upgrade, and you definitely saw the difference. I know the PS5, you're not gonna really see the difference because it's already super fast as is. These new NVMe SSDs are only gonna supplement your space. It's not gonna really give you a competitive advantage. You also have the option of getting an external hard drive if you don't want to spend the money on an internal hard drive, seeing how they are super expensive at the moment. The only downfall with external hard drives is that you can only load games onto there, and you can play PS4 games on there, but you cannot play PS5 games off the external hard drive. You would have to transfer it over back to your internal PS5 hard drive before you can actually play it. Well guys, let me know what you guys are gonna do, whether or not you're gonna get an NVMe SSD, like maybe from Western Digital or from Seagate, or if you're gonna just wait and see what other options do come to the market. Remember, it's kind of early, so there are going to be more options in the future, and hopefully there are going to be cheaper ones. I personally am crossing my fingers hoping that Saber and Rocket comes out with their version, because that's what I currently use for my PC and I love it. It's cheap and it works. So hopefully they do come out with their version. Other than that guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and like for more content just like this. But anyways guys, my name is Matthew, thank you so much for watching, but as always, peace out.